So that's it. The Oscars are all over. It's done and dusted for another year. Hopefully you got a chance to check out all, or if not all, at least some of the coverage. And if you didn't even watch the Oscars on television, I'm sure you saw plenty of Leonardo internet memes. So many. You might remember I took part in a little friendly competition known as We Love the Oscars, where a bunch of fellow movie reviewers and critics from the YouTube community got together and we all predicted about who we thought would win at all 24 categories. It's just a little bit of fun at the end of the day, and I'll just insert like the tally of everybody that took part. And yes, I was able to guess 18 categories correct out of the all 24, so that's 18 out of 24, and I was a little bit chuffed, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I can totally be like a humble and gracious winner.
That's right, you lose, sucker!
And my little insider trading secret for this year was, when in doubt, pick Mad Max. I am going with Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road. This is either going to be the best decision I've ever made or the worst decision I've ever made. The Australians cleaned up and Mad Max took home the most awards of the night, that being 6 for all the technical categories, including costuming, makeup and hairstyling, production design, sound editing, sound mixing, and there's one more I'm missing. It must have been the film editing. Just quickly, in terms of wrapping up the entire awards night, there never would have been a more appropriate time for the Oscars So White, you know, hashtag campaign trend, whatever, then the Oscars and Chris Rock to put that and shove that in the Hollywood faces. Like, all of Hollywood's elite were there and they couldn't ignore it. So, you know, I was all for him bringing it up. He probably hammered it home a little bit too much, but there was no shortage of European/Commonwealth diversity, with the Aussies taking home 6, with Alicia Vikander taking home Best Supporting, Mark Rylance, the British actor, also taking home Best Supporting, Iñárritu taking home Best Director, sorry. So there really was diversity present. It probably just wasn't the American expected diversity that was there. The biggest surprise of the night for me was absolutely Ex Machina taking home Best Visual Effects. How freaking amazing. Like, Ex Machina firstly is an awesome indie movie, and they made it for like $8 million, which isn't a lot in the Hollywood big budget scheme of things in terms of what some of the other movies were made for budget wise. So the fact that it took home Best Visual Effects is incredible, and I am so happy. I would have liked Star Wars to take it home. Come on, that would have been like a personal little victory for Star Wars to win that. I actually had picked The Revenant to take that one home, so I was wrong on that. But the fact that Ex Machina took it home, I can't be mad at being wrong at picking The Revenant, because such a well-deserved win. But that big surprise was soon overshadowed by the Best Picture of the night. Some people are like saying that they called it from a million miles away, but for me, I was sure, I was positive that it was going to be The Revenant, and no, Spotlight ended up taking home Best Picture. So Spotlight won the first award of the night, being Best Screenplay, Best Original Screenplay, and they took home the final award of the night, being Best Picture. And I read a statistic somewhere that it has, you know, the last time that happened, that a Best Picture has taken home so few awards, was back in like 1952 or 54 or something like that. I was genuinely really surprised by that. I did not see that coming. I did agree that Spotlight was definitely very thematically appropriate for the Academy and the type of movie that they love to choose to win the Best Picture, but this year I thought everything was going to be different, and I was sure it was going to be The Revenant. A lot of people were also tipping Mad Max, and then the Producers Guild, they had tipped The Big Short. So yeah, I thought Spotlight was kind of further down on the list, but they were two of the biggest surprises of the night for me. Now moving into the biggest personal upset, I was really glad that the Best Cinematography Award went to Emmanuel Lubezki for The Revenant. I did pick him to win that. I thought he was going to win that. This is his third year in a row. Last year he won for Birdman, and the year before that he won for Gravity, so he is incredible. However, I personally would have loved to have seen Roger Deakins win for Sicario. If you thought Leo DiCaprio deserved an Oscar finally for all the times he had been nominated and never gotten one, Roger Deakins, he has been nominated 13 times and he has never won an Oscar. Talk about always being the bridesmaid and never the bride. He's done incredible work from No Country for Old Men, Shawshank Redemption, Skyfall. So Roger Deakins is an incredible cinematographer, and personally, you know, it would have just made my heart skip a beat if he had finally won, because Sicario was incredible. That was a personal upset. Now to a crowd upset. I'm pretty sure everyone was pretty much like gobsmacked that Mark Rylance won Best Supporting Actor over Sylvester Stallone. Stallone winning would have truly been the fairy tale magic moment of the night. The fact that he was back again 30 years later, reprising the exact same character in the same movie franchise. But I did think Mark Rylance was going to win. I had a hunch. The fact that Bridge of Spies is a Spielberg movie and written by the Coen brothers, and that was its only nomination, I'm pretty sure, Mark Rylance. So I thought the Academy would lean towards a Spielberg picture for that, coupled with the fact that Mark Rylance is a really prominent British actor. So I thought that they would go that way, which is a shame because Stallone, like, that just would have been awesome. That is it from me, guys. Let me know what you thought of the Oscars this year, if you enjoyed it. Did you like Chris Rock hosting? Do you also wish that Louis C.K. would host next year? I don't think that's gonna happen, but I really enjoyed his presenting, and I just think that he would be the most irreverent, like, funny person to host. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to my channel and keep up to date with my other movie and TV reviews. And you guys are really awesome, and I want to thank you all so much. And I want to thank my mom, and I want to thank like everybody out there and all the fans, and I want to thank God, and oh my gosh, just thank you guys so much. And yep, and peace out.